Hello, everybody, and welcome to another opening night Trivia League battle. Yet another rookie matchup, which are some of my favorite because I kind of love seeing how the rookies do. I like seeing some new faces in here. I like seeing what's going on. And yet again, I have brought my friend Robert here to help me co-host today. How are you doing today?
I'm here again, second time. Maybe this time will go a little bit smoother than the first time. Not from my perspective. I was almost perfect. I meant from the match perspective, where things ended in a way that we probably didn't want. But either way, I'm here again. Love doing the open night trivia thing. This is a great matchup. If you've ever watched a classic, you've probably seen these two gentlemen. That's the only tease I will give you.
True. These two gentlemen, I've seen them both on Classic. A lot of fun. I'm expecting a good match today. Honestly, I have no idea how this is going to turn out. So let's go ahead. Let's meet our competitors today. First up, coming onto the stream, we have Sammy. How are you doing today?
I am doing pretty well. Thank you guys for having me.
Excellent. First time here. Kind of a little bit of a new format than some of the other stuff. How you feeling? You ready for this?
I'm ready. You know, I've been playing a bunch of these classics for a while now, and this is my first ever kind of mano-a-mano test in this sphere. So I'm ready to kind of show everybody what I got.
Oh, all right. A first mano-a-mano. Very interesting then. Excited for that. We got a little deep cut round here. I hope you're prepared for it because it is a deep cut.
It's deep.
It is.
And it's a cut.
You know what? I like you. Good point. All right. Any words for your opponent today?
Listen, I played against this guy in Classic recently, and he won. So I don't know. Maybe I'm out for revenge a little bit here. You know, I'm ready to show that I got the chop. So I'm excited to play.
All right. Awesome. I like it. Not really mean words, but just words. All right.
Words.
That will bring you back here in a moment. And introducing the one apparently that beat Sammy in Classic the other day. Opponent number 2. We're going to bring in someone with an exceptional name. Just a little, not the best part of this name, but a good name in general. Tony, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Ready to have some fun. I'm really looking forward to the deep cut round. That's going to be a lot of fun.
We will see how you feel after the deep cut round occurs because we've had people excited about it and it went downhill for them quickly. But yeah, new round. Rookie here. How you feeling about this whole format? How you feeling about your opponent as well?
I'm feeling good. I can understand Sammy being a little bitter because it came down to the sudden death Rotten Tomato score in the Classic a week or so ago, and I just happened to luckily guess closer. So
that is a rough loss. Do not worry. We do not have Rotten Tomato scores here. If we go in overtime, we scramble for questions. That is what we do best. All right. Good luck to you. I'll put you back in the back. We'll introduce you and we'll get this going. Introducing first, we are going to bring in Sammy. Hello. Welcome.
Hello. Good to be back.
Glad to have you. I feel like it's been forever. And introducing second, his opponent, another with a. I should have said this before, but your record is 0-0. You're a rookie. If anyone couldn't figure that out in the universe, I apologize. I don't know what to tell you. But also, with a record of 0-0, also another rookie. Tony, hello again. And third, we are going to introduce our other co-host who has now come back to the world of the living. We have Robert back here.
Yeah, this is starting to be an annoyance over the last couple of days I've done this. So apologies if that kicks out again, but don't worry, gentlemen. It's not anything you've done. I promise.
It's all right. It might happen to me as well, but fingers crossed that doesn't happen. And if we are ready, we are going to get right into round number 1. Round number 1 is your whiteboard round. Have your whiteboard, write your answers down, keep your hands on the screen, all that good stuff. There are 10 questions in this round, 1 point for every correct answer. Get 15 to 20 seconds, depending on if you both look like you're already done the answer. I'm just going to give you 15. If not, get 20 seconds. You have 3 repeats. You do have a challenge. We've done so many challenges. Please don't challenge because it takes so much time. But if you do, it is available, and I will not judge you for using it because it's valid. So, Sammy, are you ready?
I am ready.
Tony, are you ready?
Let's rock.
Robert, you're moving around, so that feels positive. Are you ready?
Yes, I am. I am in motion.
All right. So here we go with question number 1. Question number 1 in the category of fantasy sci-fi. Who plays Freya, the Ice Queen, in The Huntsman: Winter's War?
Sounds a lot like Freon, to be honest. Sounds a lot like something you would keep in your car, keep in your air conditioning to make sure things are cool.
Well, you know what? Freon is a very important thing now because it's going to start getting warmer.
It's starting.
Well, you're also in a place that's much warmer than New Jersey. So
absolutely true.
Move to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll start with Sammy.
I went with Emily Blunt.
And Tony.
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt is the correct answer.
Starting off hot, gentlemen, as we get into your second question, which is in the category of horror. What horror/comedy is the only movie directed by Stephen King?
Good old Stephen King. I have a lot of his books right in front of me. I can look at them on my little bookshelf. It's a good read.
I gotta be honest. I didn't really read much Stephen King. Just ended up watching a lot of these versions of movies, You
know what? That's okay. But sometimes, I like reading the book, and then I watch the movie, and I'm like, which one's better? I don't know. But,
it'll vaguely take place in New England. I do know that.
More Maine. A lot of them are in Maine.
Yeah, mostly
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll go to Tony first.
Maximum Overdrive.
And Sammy.
Maximum Overdrive.
That horrible movie is directed by Stephen King. All right. Moving along to question number 3 in your category of romance. Taking a little bit of a change here. Albert Finney stars with Audrey Hepburn in what 1967 romance movie?
I got to ask who wrote this question.
Do you have to ask who wrote this question?
No. The only reason I say that is because I wrote virtually exactly the same question in a league that I host stuff in, or I used to.
Oh, I mean, I have a soft spot for Audrey.
Yeah,
big fan. I came on this year, and I was like, this is awesome. We gotta watch more of these.
I've only read it, had not watched it, but I love it.
Well, that's okay. That works. And we'll go to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going to Sammy first time.
Went with a guess. My Fair Lady.
And moving on to Tony.
Another guess. Sabrina.
Both good Audrey Hepburn movies, but the answer we were looking for was 2 for the Road. 2 for the Road.
And based on what Anthony just said, you are now dead to him, guys. I'm so sorry. So, but that won't stop him from asking you questions.
I will let you slide. You get one. You get one.
You get one. But I'm going to be asking this next question, which is in the category of the 1980s. In The Warriors, what part of New York City is the titular group trying to return to during the film?
This is an excellent movie.
This is I hit a lot of pockets of things I have not seen. This is also one of them. But I listened to a podcast where they broke it down, and I was very excited about the prospect of it. And Dexter's dad's in it, so
Who?
Dexter, like from the show.
Well, I know who Dexter is. I forgot who his dad is. It's been so long since the movie came out, and then they ruined it for the last 3 seasons and made me not want to watch it anymore. But
James Remar is his name.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Going to Tony this time.
So, Coney Island?
And going to Sammy.
I said Brooklyn.
It is Coney Island. Making our way back there. Excellent. Nice work. All right. Moving along. Question number 5, just about halfway done in the realm of comic book movies. Clive Owen and Josh Brolin play the same character in what comic book franchise? Both excellent actors. I feel like Clive Owen kind of fell off the face of the earth, and I don't know what happened.
He did. He had that really good stretch where he did like Inside Man, and then he had like that twofer in 2009 where he did The International and Duplicity, which I love The International. Nobody watches it, but I love it. And then after that, it was just kind of like gone. I don't know what happened to him.
I think he has like an HBO show or something.
He did the Nick with Steven Soderbergh. That was
4, 3, 2, and 1. I believe we are back to Sammy.
I said Sin City.
And Tony.
Sin City.
The first one's great. The second one sucks, but that is the correct answer.
Absolutely. That's what happens when you wait 9 years for a sequel and it bombs hard like A Dame to Kill For.
Yep.
Either way, my feelings about that notwithstanding, we're going to get into your sixth question, gentlemen. In another decade, this time the 2010s. In The Shape of Water, Eliza and Giles live above what type of place?
I just rewatched this.
Yeah.
For a certain match that will not be discussed.
No.
And I really like the second watch through. I enjoyed it so much more than the first one.
Again, have not watched it, but for that particular match, I did read about it. So I am aware of everything that happens within it, but something that I do want to visit when I do get a chance.
Yeah, it's real weird the first time you watch it. You might have to give it a second shot. 5,
And it is.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Going to Tony.
Movie theater.
And Sammy.
A movie theater.
A movie theater is correct. Excellent work. I'm very happy that people got a Guillermo del Toro question. Thank you. Now, that 1 point that you lost earlier for the Audrey Hepburn, you gave right back. All right. And moving on to another decade. And this one is the 1990s. In Billy Madison, what grade does Veronica Vaughn teach?
Veronica Vaughn, so hot, want to touch the hiney. Oh!
That was exceptional. I felt like I was in the movie.
Well, I mean, it's that and it's Chris Farley. It's like, meet a guy I know. They got it on. Woo!
No, they didn't. A guy did. No, he didn't.
But you can imagine what it'd be like if they did, right? Huh? Right?
Yeah. Well, what we're going to imagine is a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sammy.
I said the third grade.
And Tony.
Third grade.
She was the third grade teacher. Don't we all wish our third grade teachers were like Veronica Vaughn?
Married to Pete Sampras? Absolutely. Well, wouldn't those be great stories? You know?
Actually, yeah, that would be kind of cool. I'd be much better at tennis.
What a 1995 for her, by the way. Mortal Kombat, Billy Madison, you know, killing it. Either way, we're going to go to your eighth question here. Moving away from decades, but thinking about something that's important for all of us. It's coming of age. You know, we're all coming of age at some point. Your question. How did Walter's two wealthy and eccentric uncles die in Secondhand Lions?
You know, it took me a long time to watch this movie. I heard about it, I never cared about it. Then I watched it, and I was like, this movie is wonderful.
It's such a delight.
It is a delight.
The people who play the uncles were definitely built to play these types of gentlemen.
Oh, very, very eccentric, very odd, but worked out great. Definitely recommend for anyone out there that may not have heard of this movie, which is very possible. All right, we'll move down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and starting with Tony this time.
Shot in the dark. Old age.
Not a bad guess. They were old. Sammy.
I said they died in a fire.
We were looking for an airplane accident, a failed biplane stunt, because they are super eccentric.
Yeah, they are. This is a much superior, older Haley Joel Osment to pay it forward. I will just say.
Yeah, highly recommend. All right. We are moving on to your second to last question, because I will not say that word that everyone likes to use. All right. In the year of 2000s, in Slumdog Millionaire, what famous book was the final question during Jamal's time on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire about? Who Wants to Be Slumdog Millionaire? Also, very recently on Digesting Cinema podcast for Oscar winners. If anyone is interested in a shameless plug that I'm going to do for my wife.
Yes, and there's a really good episode about movies featuring a rapper that had a nice guest on.
Yeah, that was a good one, but not as good as movies in a language you don't speak. That guest was epic, if I do say so myself.
Can I get a repeat?
Absolutely, you can get a repeat. Year 2000, in Slumdog Millionaire, what famous book was the final question during Jamal's time on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire about? That went, nope, not that one. Taking away repeats from the wrong person.
Nope. That's quite a tricky question you got around there. I was very impressed with your diction.
Thank you. I try.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think when I wrote, I was like, that sounds right-ish. I
Yeah,
think it works.
yeah.
All right.
It's good
Yeah.
enough for trivia for sure.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll start with Sammy.
I said The Great Gatsby.
And moving on to Tony.
I guessed Alice in Wonderland.
We were looking for the Three Musketeers.
Oof.
The Three Musketeers.
Written by Alexandre Dumas, who Leonardo DiCaprio didn't know was black in Django Unchained. That's how everything connects back to Quentin Tarantino. That's what I think anyway. Gentlemen, we get into your ultimate question, as they would say, the last question. This time in the category that is near and dear to my heart, comedy. The Charleston Chiefs are a hockey team in what sports movie? Little bit of a misdirect. Said comedy, and then I was talking about a sports movie.
Kind of. This is a comedy sport, so it works.
Yeah. Different level.
You know what I don't like about hockey right now? The Flyers.
You know what I do like about hockey? The Penguins, because they won the division. But yeah.
That's all right. I have basketball for myself, so that works well. Pittsburgh doesn't have a basketball team, so.
Well, we had the fish that saved Pittsburgh.
5, 4. I'm done listening to you. 3, 2.
Jay, I'm just saying.
1. We will go to Tony first.
Slapshot.
And Sammy.
I also said Slapshot.
Slapshot is correct. And that was a very good round 1 by both opponents. I have Tony in the lead by 1, 7-6.
That's what I got.
So excellent work, both competitors. As we move into round number 2. Round number 2 is your deep cut round. Each of you gave the other a movie to watch, and myself and Spence to watch and write deep cut questions on, in which you will get 5 questions. For the movie that you selected, you will get 1 point. For the movie your opponent selected, you will get 2 points. It is a whiteboard round. Put your answer on the whiteboard when we are ready for it. Tony, since you have a 1-point lead, you get to pick first. Would you like to hear the movie you had to watch first or the movie you selected first?
Why don't we do the movie I had to watch?
Okay, excellent. And the movie you were given was Superbad. One of my wife's absolute favorite movies.
It is my wife's favorite.
Good
one of my
taste.
favorite movies as well. So
She does have good taste, at least I have to say that, because I'm married. So, Robert, questions are yours. Remember, whiteboard, same thing. And Tony, 2 points for every question you get. So on this one, Sammy 1.
Anthony, this is quite a gift you gave me, allowing me to read these questions. So thank you very much, kindly.
I'll do my best.
This is going into question 1, gentlemen, in the masterpiece that is Superbad. Question number 1. What porn website does Seth want to subscribe to at the beginning of the film? I cannot tell you, Anthony, how many times I have quoted this stretch of lines to my wife, to friends, to whomever.
That is quite stretch lines to quote, I will say.
I know. I love it so much because I just like the way that friends talk about porn in this case.
Got to have a lot of conversations about porn with friends.
Sometimes.
No, can't argue that.
What are you
5,
gonna do?
4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll go to Tony first for this round.
The Vagtastic Voyage.
And Sammy.
The Vagtastic Voyage.
I think the best part about that was just making both of our competitors say that. So that was great.
And show the screen with us with the screen. Yeah.
It is just a double win all around.
Yes.
Worked out so well, but at least it's not Perfect 10, which could be a bowling website. This is going to take us into question 2, guys, also in the category of Superbad. According to Seth, a guy hasn't gotten a hand job in cargo shorts since when?
I mean, these questions aren't just. It's just.
These are the dirtiest questions I'll probably ever have to read in my life. But you know what? I'm excited about it, so it's fun. Cool.
This is ONTLXXX.
Yep.
Just that's how this episode's going.
As Sir Mix-a-Lot would say, it's triple X throwdown,
Oh, I think that needs to be like a thumbnail when we put this episode up. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'll stick with Tony just because it makes it easier for me to write scores.
The 90s?
And Sammy.
Since Nam.
Nam is correct. Since Nam.
Yeah, Jonah Hill knew a lot about wartime sexual escapades, I guess, but that's why that one had to come about. So with that, we got a 1-point game as we go into the halfway point of the super bad questions. What do the police officers notice about McLovin's ID at the liquor store?
I never had myself a fake ID. We always played the game of, hey, guy walking in, we'll give you money. Can you go get us a couple beers?
Mine was my parents were like, go ahead and drink in the house as long as you're here. It's fine. I was like,
Yes,
all right.
friends give the keys and staying home. That works.
Works for me, you know.
Hey,
Just
can't
parties,
argue that.
parties.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sticking with Tony
Organ donor.
and Sammy.
He's an organ donor.
He was an organ donor, ready to give at will.
Mm-hmm. And Bill Hader was as well. He didn't want to be, but his wife insisted. So you know how it goes. That takes us into your second to last question in the realm of Superbad. When Evan drinks with Becca, he toasts to what?
This is like make me want to watch this movie again. It has been a while.
I watched this the first time in a common area when I was in college, and right off the jump, that beginning is one of my favorite beginnings to a movie ever. And I can't tell you why. It just brings me such joy and delight. It makes me smile every time. It's just silhouettes dancing.
Yeah, it's like an old Apple commercial.
It really is. Like, I don't find it annoying.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sticking with Tony
Respecting women.
and Sammy.
Respecting women.
Respecting women is correct. Nicely done.
Good job, guys. Really, really put your effort into the super bad movie, and I appreciate that wholeheartedly. But we're at the end of the line here. Our fifth and final question, which is usually the case in Ontel. This is going to be a finish the quote question. I bitched out, you bitched out, blank, and we need the next 3 words.
I feel like I created a monster by starting the quote parts of these rounds.
You really did.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's
You live in it. You made the bed. You gotta live in it sometimes.
I do.
But
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, sir. So that's gonna be Sammy's first repeat. This is again fifth and final question in the realm of Superbad. Finish this quote. I bitched out, you bitched out, blank, and we need the next 3 words. I don't want to say too much.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to say a lot during these because you don't want to give a lot away.
I'll just say, she was insanely hot. Didn't you get 2 dozen hand jobs? Yeah, and 3/4 of a blowjob. But who's counting, Evan?
It's impressive knowledge.
I love this movie to death.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. And Tony.
Nothing.
And Sammy.
Started writing you bailed, but then I didn't finish.
We were looking for you fucking Judas.
Yeah. I bitched out, you bitched out, you fucking Judas.
Exactly. All right. That is the end of our super bad questions. Right now, Tony still has a lead of 13-10 right now. As we move into Sammy's potential 2-point questions in At War with the Army. At War with the Army. I don't believe we're going to have a lot of knowing quotes of this one, but it's quite an interesting movie at least. So, again, Sammy, you'll get 2 points for every correct answer. Tony, you will get 1 point for every correct answer. Talking too fast and making my life difficult. All right, moving on. Question number 1 in At War with the Army. How much does Puccinelli owe Corwin from before the war?
Is Puccinelli Pucci's Italian cousin?
He's Italian. This is Dean Martin.
Yeah.
So you don't get much more Italian. So
Well, I just wanted to say something that wasn't anywhere close to what we were talking about in the movie. But when I hear Puccinelli,
If you could pull out a quote from this one, I'll be very impressed. 5,
never seen it.
4, 3,
Sorry.
2,
Sorry to
1. Pens down. Sammy
This is where things get messy. $5.
and Tony.
$8.75.
He owes him $8.75. Well done on that one. All right. Moving on to question number 2. According to the movie, what is the actual most terrifying weapon of all time in war? I will say, Robert, it is a little bit of a strange movie. It has some musical elements, but Dean Martin singing is not bad. But it's a pretty decent satire for a while. I will say that. It's you get on Prime, give it a shot. It's a quick 90 minutes.
I was going to make a joke that the actual most terrifying weapon at a time of war is a woman with nothing to lose, but I didn't want to go there.
Well, you just did, so
yeah.
5.
I don't care.
4.
I didn't say anything inflammatory. I think
1. True. Sammy, what do you got?
Sergeant's whistle.
And Tony.
The sergeant's whistle.
The sergeant's whistle is correct. The most terrifying weapon of all time in war. That got me. That was the first laugh I got this movie got out of me. That was good. All right. Moving on. Question number 3. Halfway through. What is the name of Millie's new husband?
She didn't have a sister named Vanilli, did she?
I believe she might have, but I believe they lip sync most of their lines.
Well, yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to get the ADR just right,
Oh, hear that. Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, Dean Martin knows that well. He never sang a tune in his life.
No. God, it's garbage. All lip sync. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. Sammy.
It was obviously Jack.
And Tony.
I said Jack Straglard.
Well, you got the initials right.
Yeah.
It was John Slager.
Jack is, of course, it's a nickname, John. So you guys were in the ballpark.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to question number 4, which is where you will find the finish this song lyric.
Ooh.
You and the way that you kiss, well, they ought to blank 4 words. This was a Dean Martin special. It was actually very impressive.
If I didn't see what was in front of me, I would have guessed like something about a kiss on a list, but I think that's a different song.
I think so. I actually know what song you're talking about. Now it's stuck in my head, so thank you for that.
You're welcome. Well, I mean, who doesn't love Hall & Oates? So whatever.
Little post this movie.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. Go to Sammy.
I wrote Give Me a Wish.
And Tony.
Nothing.
It was Give You a Prize.
Oh my God.
You were real close, actually, real close.
You were almost at home plate batting right there.
Yes.
I was trying to rhyme, and yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the final question in At War with the Army. At what theater does Helen work at?
Going back to something from before, I was looking at the other list of questions, and there was a super bad alternative question in there that is definitely a question I have written.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, of course. It's also a thing me and my wife also talk about all the time for no good reason.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes there is no good reason to discuss things. I get it.
Interestingly enough, if this is Italian, it's connected to that. So
Yeah, well, there you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sammy.
I just wrote the training video theater.
And Tony.
I think this is where Millie works, the RX.
Millie does work at the PX, and Helen works at the Rialto Theater.
Rialto
Theater.
Rialto Theater.
All right. A little different between at War with the Army, but that's how the deep cut round works. Sometimes they are super deep. But right now, I have Tony with a pretty slim lead at 15-12 over Sammy. So still a good game. Lots of points left in round number 3. Round number 3 is our IMDb round, where you will have 3 different questions, one for 2 points, one for 3 points, one for 5 points. Your 2-pointer, you will get the year, and then you will get the actor, and then you will get the genre, and you need to give me the movie. Your 3-pointer, you get the year, the director, and the plot keywords. And for your 5-pointer, I will give you the year, and you have to tell me what 2 you want between lead, supporting, director, genre, or plot keywords. So, Tony, since you are still in the lead, you get to pick. Would you like questions from set 1 or set 2?
Do set 2.
You will take set 2. So that means, Sammy, you'll get questions from set number 1, just to let you know you both still have 2 repeats left and a challenge if you need it. Getting through the deep cut round without a challenge is usually the goal. So since you did the super bad questions, would you like to take these? Since
Oh, I thought you were going to take them because technically Superbad was Sammy's movie.
true, but then he gets the 2 points for those, so I feel like it's a bigger deal.
Gotcha. You know what?
I like the way you think. Every time we host together.
I like the way you think. I will do Sammy's questions then in set 1. So, Sammy, are you ready for your round 3 questions?
Yes.
Okay. So, for 2 points, the movie that you have to guess came out in the year 2014. Your lead actor is Miles Teller, and your genres are music and drama.
I'm going to say Whiplash.
And you would be correct for 2 points, which gets you to within 1 of Tony. That means if you answer this next one right, we will bounce back. There will be no TKOs. So, Sammy, your 3-point question to guess that movie. This movie came out in the year 1997. The director was Ridley Scott. And your plot keywords are female senator, budgeting committee, and Navy SEALs.
And 5, 4, 3.
Can you repeat?
Certainly can. So that's going to be your second repeat. So you got 1 left. Again, your 3-pointer. The year of your movie is 1997. Your director is Ridley Scott. And your plot keywords are female senator, budgeting committee, and Navy SEALs.
And 5, 4.
Just gonna guess Hannibal.
Fortunately, that's incorrect. The answer we were looking for is G.I. Jane. Demi Moore classic with Viggo Mortensen. G.I. Jane. Who doesn't love that? So we are now at a point. It is a 1-point game still, but we have to go to Sammy's 5-pointer. So the situation is, Sammy, if you hit this, then we go back to Tony, and Anthony asks him some questions. If not, then Tony will win via the TKO. So are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. For 5 points, your year for your movie is 1995. So do you get 2 out of director, actor, supporting actor, plot keywords?
I would like director and actor, please.
Director and actor. That's an interesting combo. Don't usually get
Good
that
one.
as often.
Do I
I
get
like
points
the
for
way-
that?
No, but I do like the way you think.
Yes.
So again, Sammy, your year for your movie is 1995. Your director is John Turteltaub, and your actor is Sandra Bullock.
And 5, 4.
Repeat.
Sammy, that is your final repeat. So again, for 5 points, the year of your movie is 1995. Your director is John Turteltaub, and your actor is Sandra Bullock.
And 5.
All right, I'm gonna say Demolition Man.
And your winner by TKO, Tony takes it. We were looking for While You Were Sleeping. While You Were Sleeping. All right, we will initially talk to our second place winner first in Sammy. I mean, you played a really good game. Round 1 was excellent. You were right there. Round 2, you were right behind. Little struggle on the movie he picked. And round 3, sometimes round 3, hit or miss. But how you feeling today? I think you played really well.
I'm feeling good. That round 1 was definitely just like good for just my confidence and like playing this sort of game. Against just one person. I knew the deep cut round was going to be tricky for me just because when I found out what the movie was, I'm like, okay, so something I've never seen before and from 1950. All right, I'm happy with how I did with Superbad. I'm only missing one question there. I didn't even rewatch Superbad before this. I kind of just went off what I got from the hundreds of times I've seen it. It's my favorite movie. But yeah, no, I mean, round 3 was tough. I think that last question, I've never heard of that movie, so any combination of director, actor, whatever wouldn't have necessarily helped me there. But definitely happy with how I played.
Yeah, I think it was really good. Sometimes director actor is very rare. You'll get pride points for it, but usually it's an actor plot keyword. But
I'll take those. I'll take the pride points.
You get a pride point for sure. Robert, how do you feel? I feel you did.
Well, Sammy, for your first time playing in a mano-a-mano match, very good. Very interesting formatting in which to get started out on. I would say for 0-1 people that I've seen, especially debuting people, you would be at the higher end of that tier for sure. Given that you are 0-1, however, do you know anybody else in the league that's within that level that you would like to see and compete against?
Ooh, honestly, just anyone at this point. I'm just trying to get, as many matches under my belt. So if anyone, out there wants to, face this, I'm ready. I'm ready. So it's really no particular person. Just anyone with that record. I'm ready to get that 1-1 on my own record. So.
Awesome. I feel like it's a pretty common answer. I don't think a lot of 0-1s are going to want to face you because that was a pretty solid showing. Thank you very much for being here. Great job. Throw you into the back right here as we introduce our winner today of another very good match. Tony, how you feeling? That was excellent.
Feel good. It goes down in the books as a TKO, but it was a lot closer than a TKO typically is. So, I mean, tip of the cap to Sammy.
Oh, yeah. You guys were right there the whole time. Really neck and neck the entire time. That round 2, your movie got him. It seems like you picked one that caught him off guard. So I think that was very good. How do you feel about the format, the deep cut, all that stuff?
It was a lot of fun. I gotta work on kind of quotes and song lyric type stuff because I'm like, gosh, it's like I should know this. But overall though, it's different than the standard trivia fair in terms of format, and I really dig it because
Awesome.
it also like gives you a chance to like hone in. It's like, okay, you don't have to do 50 movies. You just
two.
Just 2.
Yeah.
I always think of it like the great equalizer. Sometimes you might not be as well known with your breadth of knowledge, but if you can hone in and you can work on doing the deep cuts, then you can find your way into victory. And you playing with that strategy and what it is that you picked really helped you with the victory today. Because I would say, for the most part, tit for tat, you guys were basically lockstep with each other. So, Tony, given that you are 1-0, that puts you obviously on a shorter path to glory necessarily than Sammy. But given that shorter path, anybody that you would like to see in the future, given where you are in the standings?
Oh, geez. I mean, really, I just have fun doing trivia. I'll play anyone any day kind of thing, every day kind of thing. So
Perfect.
Just throw whoever at me, If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose.
I like the way you think. That works. Makes it much easier to schedule when you just kind of like, anyone, you do that way. Really good match. Congratulations on the win. Excited to see you back here. And throw you in the pack real quick. Finish this up. Robert, that was a great match. I really enjoyed this. Those are two excellent competitors. A lot of fun. I enjoyed it. How do you feel about how the way match ended?
It's great. 2 matches in for my hosting, and they've been pretty good matches overall. I mean, the first one went to overtime. This one was a TKO, but as Tony alluded to, not really kind of your standard TKO, but it did follow the Dom Toretto guideline where it doesn't matter whether you win by an inch or a mile, a win's a win. And that's what happened here today.
True. Thank you for the Fast and Furious reference you just used. It's like you noticed my shirt. But for Sammy, for Tony, for myself, for Robert, for Spence, they always say Christina as well, so I'll throw Christina in there as well because she helped kind of get this going.
And for my wife, Jessica, because we're throwing everybody out there.
Important. Why not? Absolutely. Yeah. So thank you all for checking us out. Check us out the next time. And see you later. Wash your hands. Wash your face. Do all the stuff you need.